A budget that is clearly people-centered, I've termed it a people's budget, will help the poor man and the not-so-poor man.
Prime Minister KAMLA reacting immediately after the presentation of the 2013 budget, but the talk of the town is the partial removal of the fuel subsidy on premium gasoline.
I'm advised that only about 6% of the motoring public will be affected by the lifting of the subsidy on premium gas. Well, let us be very clear. That is on the high-end vehicles. That will be your Audis and your BMWs, and so it's a very small percentage of people who will be affected, and they will be the ones who could very well afford to pay the extra, increased price. So it will not impact upon the ordinary citizen, the middle-class citizen.
The Prime Minister says it is justifiable because the government needs the revenue to fund necessary programs. She says the removal of the subsidy as a whole would have led to inflationary pressure. The other big issue, the removal of VAT on food items. The Prime Minister says that there are literally thousands of items that will now be zero-rated by this move.
I am being advised there are about 7,000 items of food that would not have been included in those 50. Every single item of unprocessed food, processed food, for example, with the exception of corned beef, sardines, mackerel, and maybe tuna, they are now covered. So you will get all canned foods, with the exception of those. All foods that are in a jar or in a bottle, because once it's a processed food, as I say, they were not zero-rated, with minor exceptions.
Included in that, she says, are cereals and fruit juices.
At the moment, under the law, only grapefruit and orange juice are zero-rated, and Morbi. So you'll have all fruit juices. We produce a lot of local fruit juices, orchards. You will see them, all the various ones. When you talk about tea, at the moment, only coffee is zero-rated. What about tea? Many Trinidadians drink tea. What about all the health teas that people are now having? So tea. Ovaltine is not zero-rated. Milo is not zero-rated.
And on CLICO, she says the CLICO investment fund is a good move and will end the crisis. The Prime Minister says so far 80% of CLICO policyholders have accepted the bonds.
And I suspect when this CIF is set up and they can put those out onto the stock market, that all the holders of those types of policies, they will come into the fold. And that will definitely bring closure. So I see in 2013 closure to this entire CLICO fiasco, the bailout.